You've seen some of these guys before. This is Chili and Clarence, and they're I kind of use them for Browns fans. They get a new buddy, by the way. This is their buddy, the Moose. And the three of them now are forming a chorus. They keep chanting at me, Nick Foles, Nick Foles, Nick Foles. Got to get Nick Foles, got to get Nick Foles, get him. So these guys, there they are, all want Nick Foles to play for the Browns. Okay, let's calm down a bit about this. Now, what the Nick Foles success in the Super Bowl showed me is that when Carson Wentz went to the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2016 draft, he went to a pretty good team. He didn't come to the 1-15 Browns or the 0-16 Browns or the 3-13 Browns. In fact, I think they were 7-9 the year before. Carson comes to this team, and you know there's a lot of talent there. And they just needed a pretty good quarterback. Now, I think Wentz has a chance to be superb, and he might have been on his way to an MVP season when he hurt his knee in the 13th game of this year. But the fact Nick Foles comes off the bench and does what he did in the playoffs shows that there's a lot going on here, from very good coaching to an excellent running game to a strong offensive line to some receivers who can catch the ball. In fact, I went back and, you know, always talk about scribbles in my notebook. There's the notebook and some scribbles. So I said, wait a minute, I saw Nick Foles play in a bad team before. And I went back just to check, and that was the 2015, at that point, St. Louis Rams. Sure enough, I remember the Browns even, I believe, beating them in St. Louis back then, but I'd have to go back and check. Point was, he started 11 games for that team. His record as a starter was 4-7, threw 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, completed 56%. You know, kind of sounded like another quarterback passing through Cleveland. Foles has had an interesting career. One season, this is back in 2013, he started 10 games. He was with Philadelphia again. In other words, this is his second tour of duty with the Eagles. And all of a sudden he went out. He threw 27 touchdown passes compared to 2 interceptions. But by the end of the following year, he'd have lost his starting job. So, you know, he's the guy that goes up and down. So I've been getting now emails from not just these guys. I don't think stuffed animals get on the computer a whole lot, but some fans have been. And they're ready to trade like the 4th pick in the draft for Nick Foles, who's under contract to the Eagles for next year. I'm like, let's slow down. Obviously, I'd much rather have Nick Foles than what the Browns have had. But I don't want to turn Nick Foles into Tom Brady, even if on one day he beat him in the Super Bowl. Because Nick Foles, you know what he did? He got into a very good situation. He took tremendous advantage of it. But it's always a very, very kind of a tricky situation when you're on a 1-31 Browns team to look at somebody else's basically generally backup quarterback and suddenly think he's going to save your franchise.